The three men have now been before a judge charged in connection with last week's deadly shooting that claimed the life of a little one-year-old. Police say there is evidence that 18-year-old Antoine Jones, 20-year-old James Moore, and 20-year-old Keshawn Jennings lied to police about the shooting at the Moody Manor Apartments last week. They're charged with obstruction of justice. The judge set bond for all three at $500,000. No one has been charged with the actual shooting that left one-year-old Keandra Hooks dead and two-year-old Leandra Hooks in serious condition. But police are saying the men were involved and that they have shown no sympathy about the killing of that little girl. WTOL 11's Matt Wright's been digging into the investigation and the backgrounds of the men arrested. He joins us now live to update the story we broke first. Matt?
Jerry, investigators say these three men will face more charges, including possible murder charges. For now, police continue to gather evidence. The three men remain locked up here in the Lucas County Jail, a place they are very familiar with.
I'm innocent. I ain't did nothing.
This is not the first time these men have been in police custody. The latest charge of obstructing justice adds to a long rap sheet for Keshawn Jennings, Antoine Jones, and James Moore, no strangers to gang activity or to Moody Manor. 20-year-old Jennings is currently on 6 months probation following a weapons call at the complex in June of 2011. Police who responded say Jennings ran from them. He's been arrested every month this year but one, mainly for drugs and obstructing official business. Jennings was shot 2 separate times in June. The first happened June 9th at Toledo's Smith Park. The second came less than 2 weeks later during what police call a gang shootout in the parking lot of Remy's Gentlemen's Club. Another man shot in the same incident, 20-year-old James Moore, also arrested in connection with Thursday's shooting. He's gotten into trouble with Jennings before, arrested alongside Jennings twice in July. In late 2010, police found Moore with a semi-automatic outside of Moody Manor, and he was sentenced to probation. 18-year-old Antoine Jones has been arrested twice for carrying a concealed weapon. Police found him with a loaded gun in October of last year, but the prosecutor dropped the charge. And Jones posted bond after his arrest less than a month ago for having another semi-automatic. Now they're all locked up on a $500,000 bond each.
And the more severe the record, likely the more severe the penalty if they're convicted of a crime. Therefore, they're a greater flight risk, and judges will set bonds accordingly.
But despite their long rap sheets, all three men were still on the streets the night one-year-old Keandra Hooks was shot and killed while she slept. In Toledo, I'm Matt Wright.
Now, the arrest of these three men comes just days before the family is set to say their final goodbyes to little Keandra Hooks. Nicole Collier continues our team coverage tonight. Nicole.
Well, I spoke with the family this morning, and they say having those three men behind bars gives them some relief, but it doesn't take even a fraction of their pain away. Family members of Leandra and Keandra were in court this morning to lay eyes on the men police believe have something to do with the violence that killed Keandra and left Leandra injured. The family says the arrest and arraignment are steps in the right direction. However, there are still many unanswered questions.
The family still want to know why. Why were we targeted? What did we do so wrong? What did that one-year-old do to deserve that? That's what we want to know.
As the family struggles with those unanswered questions, they're also preparing to say their final goodbyes to Keandra tomorrow. Those services will be held tomorrow evening at the Tate Funeral Home, and it's open to the public. Reporting live, I'm Nicole Collier.